Hi there! Welcome to a great way to find out where your next review lies. One good idea is to check out your national or largest theatre in your own country just to see what the trends are and what is popular, what is current. And one of the shows that took my eye, our National Theatre here in London recently, well, it's on just opened at the moment. We've got a revival of Light Shining in Buckinghamshire by Carol Churchill. So this gives you lots of ideas of a play that's performed very often and around the country, but there's a lot of resources here to find out different angles about how you would write about it. It's been directed by Lindsay Turner, who has had a great hit recently with Posh at the Royal Court. And so if you are able to get to some of the talks that are given directly from the people who've directed it, then you can find out a bit more about them. And then part of your review with time grows to be a little bit of the biography of the creative minds or careers behind the people that have created the work that you're reviewing. And this gives your readers a bit of an insight into the show that they're seeing. Another thing I noticed is there's insights here into the historic events that inspired the play that Carol Churchill wrote. So we've got the Putney debates. So even though initially you might not be completely clear about the historical setting of a play, but this gives you clues as to things to have a read up on and mention what inspired Carol Churchill to write this, the feeling of inequality and the need of the people to rise up and create their own human rights. This is a way of giving you some insights into what to look up. Once you've got a good idea of the options that are given from your own national theatre, another idea would be to look at your local theatre. So this here is mine, Oxford Playhouse. And amongst the regular events that are on the main stage, you can sometimes see some unusual or offbeat events. Like there's a walk here that would be a great first review because you can talk about the experience of the event itself. So here this would be the theatre playing out, as in taking the work out onto the street, and just having a look, it would involve us going to the box office to pay our deposit to pick up an MP3 player, and then we would take the walk ourselves. A big advantage of you putting this down as a review is for people absolutely new to the theatre, or even people that are much more keen to go inside the theatre to see their show. This breaks down their resistance to trying something new because you'd be outlining what it entailed, how long it took, what might be useful to take, for example an umbrella, or are you outside a lot, comfortable shoes. And this empowers your readers to try something new that they might enjoy and then be grateful to you for sharing your own knowledge. And so when you're taking this walk, you could have a look at the architecture that surrounds you as the different plots of the show that you're listening to comes out. So for example, here we've got the Sheldonian Theatre with the statues of Roman emperors which were done in the likeness of local people. So are local people in the tales? Does it have anything Roman in it? Look for connections that can bring the experience to life for the reader. And another idea is that this would be you reviewing your local theatre's work whilst you put the review on the World Wide Web. So not everyone who reads your review will get a chance to do the show. So you're offering people an experience of theatre they would not otherwise enjoy. So it's a really valuable thing to do. And the cause itself, looking at the suffragettes, that's an all year round historical topic that's very popular. So any post that you created from this to put onto your own blog would be popular for forever and have a lot of historical significance. So, having had a look at your local theatre, the other thing to consider when checking out your first reviews or getting ideas for what to write about next is linking up holidays or weekends away with being at fringes, fringe festivals. And very often, I mean, Oxford has its own fringe, many cities do, but one of the largest, and I think still the largest, is Edinburgh. It takes place in August, takes over the city of Edinburgh. And when I last looked, there was over 800 events so far have been registered. If you want to buy tickets for shows, then the competition is absolutely huge. And if you've been to Edinburgh before, then you're aware of all the people leafleting along the Royal Mile. So this is the list of the shows registered so far. 892 so far. So you can imagine how grateful these theatre companies, that some of them performing for the very first time, will be for a review from you. And the advantage to that is that very often they will put your review on their own website for many years to come, and also credit the review to you on their posters, sometimes around the city. So you in turn are getting a lot of publicity back. You might find there are niches that are much easier for you to review than others, or quicker. So for example, dance. Very often with dance, you can write a review by describing the set design, the colours, the textures, the costume, how the costume related to the movement, evaluate the ensemble, were they all of equal skill, were they balanced, or did some shine a bit brighter than others? What was the technical skill? What was the style of dancing? And the music, was it melodic or was it more atmospheric? So looking at the length of this show, 1 hour 10 minutes, that's also quite fast, so that you would be able to be out and filing your review online. And sometimes that can be up overnight. So it's a very fast moving process. And if you get the reviews done early on in the festival, for example, August the 5th would be a preview, then it's going to get a lot more clicks and hits than, say, if you're doing it towards the end, the last date there being the 30th. So checking out this theatre company's own website, if you were looking to do a review on this would give you a little bit of background knowledge. You could even check this website as you're buying it or getting your tickets and walking to the venue, just to get some ideas about their previous work. So they have a good portfolio of background work, and a little bit about their background there. So out of this information here, you can see they embrace circus skills and do outreach work, so you can get a little bit of review content from looking at the information based in their own website. So once you've got a list of reviews that you would like to do, just empower yourself to know that it will be very easy to start a body of review online. For example, there are a lot of specific reviews linked to dance on Remote Goat, as well as other genres, and so you could register yourself here as a reviewer and then upload your reviews here, as well as having your own website that could house your reviews there. So the engine is there to move your work forward, and we'll look closer at other ways we can move the review process forward online in the next lecture. Thank you for listening.